Hello students, insurance terminology and insurance customers. In this lesson, we study the common terms in insurance, specific terms in insurance, life and non-life, understanding insurance customers, customer needs, importance of customers, customer mindset, customer satisfaction, customer behavior, importance of ethical behavior. Common terms in insurance, life as well as non-life. Insurance may be defined as a contract between two parties whereby one party is called insurer. He undertakes in exchange for a fixed sum called premium to pay the other party called insured an agreed amount of money after happening or on occurrence of a certain insured event. Insurer is the company which accepts risks after receiving premium and pays claim on the happening of the event or condition in a contract. Insured is a person who has taken insurance against various risks by paying premium for the insurance. Agent or agents are just like retailers of any customer product. They help in selling and distributing the product. An agent is a person licensed by the controller of insurance to do insurance business. After obtaining the license, agents have to enroll with the insurance company to work as agents. Insurance is a financial product, requires technical as well as product knowledge. In order to develop as agents or to take up an independent profession, IRDA has stipulated compulsory training followed by eligibility test for agents. Those who complete the test and training will be given license by IRDA. Agents can operate as independent, exclusive, insurer employed and self-employed. Brokers. IRDA has allowed brokers to enter the insurance industry. They are independent professional persons who are registered under the Insurance Act to ensure the quality of service provided to the end customer. IRDA has created 4 categories of brokers and specified the minimum capital requirement for each category. Functions of brokers are specified by IRDA and include provision of technical advice to customers on insurance, advice on developments in the insurance market, providing written acknowledgements and progress reports, and assisting in the negotiation of claims. The broker operates as an agent of the customer and not that of any insurance company. Underwriter is the person who decides how much to charge and who manages the account that bears the cost of claim for motor or household insurance, or the person who decides whether to accept a risk or not. Premium, the amount the applicant or the policy holder pays to an insurance company, sometimes in regular installments or as per the agreement with the insurer for a insurance policy. Commission, this amount that is paid to agents or brokers who sell an insurance product on behalf of an insurance company. Commissions are paid by insurers. Liability, this is with the reference to the responsibility for the adverse effects of the actions or lack of actions on others that the policyholder owes. The amount under this liability is paid by the insurance company on behalf of insured. Claim, request for payment to an insurance company in respect of loss or damage covered by an insurance policy, usually submitting by filling a claim form. Excess, this is the amount the insured is expected to make when making a claim. This amount is usually specified in the policy. It discourages the insured from making very small claims, instead meeting this cost themselves. This balance of the amount after deducting the excess amount is paid to the claimant as the claim amount. Third party, any other person who may be affected by the actions of the policyholder is referred as a third party in the insurance contract. Car accident, it would relate to damage to the car. In this context, it is important to understand that the first party in an insurance policy is the policyholder, second party is the insurance company, and the third party is the other person or a property or a thing in an accident. Third party insurance, person mentioned in a contract but not a party to the contract. Third party insurance, for example, gives the insured cover against claims made by a third party. Third party liability, liability arising to a party who is not a party to the contract other than the insured or the insurer. Policy, the legal document issued by an insurance company to a policyholder which outlines the conditions and terms of the insurance, also called the policy contract or the contract. Group life insurance. This type of life insurance provides coverage to a group of people under one contract. Most group contracts are sold to business that wants to provide life insurance for their employees. Group life insurance can also be sold to associations to cover their members and to lending institutions to cover the amounts of their debtor loans. Most group policies are for term insurance. Generally, the business will be issued a master policy and each person in the group will receive a certificate of insurance. Specific terms used in life insurance contracts. Annuity, a contract that provides a periodic income at regular interval, usually for life. Annuity certain, an annuity that provides a benefit amount payable for a specified period of time regardless of whether the annuitant lives or dies. Beneficiary, the person, people, or entity designated to receive the death benefit from a life insurance policy or annuity contract. Direct response, Insurance sold directly to the insured by an insurance company through its own employees by mail or over the counter. Disability benefits insurance company coverage that pays for lost wages when you are unable to work because of an illness or injury. Endorsement, a written agreement attached to a policy expanding or limiting the benefits otherwise payable under the policy. It is also called as rider. Insurable interest, persons related by blood, a substantial interest established through love and affection, and for all other persons a lawful and substantial economic interest in having the life of the insured continue. An insurable interest is required when purchasing life insurance policy. Mortality, the incidence of death at uh, at incidence of death or frequency of death. Participating policy, a life insurance policy under which the company agrees to distribute to policy owners the part of its surplus that its board of directors determines at the end of the business year. Standard risk, the classification of a person applying for a life insurance policy who fits the physical, occupational, and other standards on which the normal premium rates are based. Specific terms which we come across in general insurance or non-life insurance. Actuary, a person professionally trained in the technical aspects of pensions, insurance, and related fields. Actuary estimates how much money must be contributed to an insurance pension fund in order to provide future funds. Assurance, insurance that provides for an event that will certainly happen as opposed to an event that may happen. There are many types of assurance policies such as endowment assurance, life assurance, etc. Assured, person who receives the proceeds of an assurance policy when the policy matures or the person assured dies. Bailment, act of placing goods into the care of someone else. The person who places the goods is the bailer and must be rightful owner. The bailee is the person who receives the goods. Certificate of insurance, a statement of coverage issued to an individual. Generally, it is issued for motor and marine insurance. Insurance agreement, that part of an insurance contract which sets forth the type of loss being covered by the policy and the parties of the insurance contract. Peril, a specific risk or cause of loss covered by a property insurance policy such as fire, windstorm, flood, or theft. Peril covers the policyholder only for the risk named in the policy. Reinsurance, transfer of an insurance from one insurance company to another for a premium, not necessarily with the knowledge of the policyholder. Utmost good faith, phrase referring to contracts of insurance in which both parties must disclose all the facts that may influence the other's decision to enter into the contract, whether they are asked to do so or not. If either party has not acted in the utmost good faith, then the contract may become void. Understanding insurance customers, customer needs, importance of customers. Customer is the king, goes. Customer nowadays wants understanding, interaction, relationship. They vary how they wish to learn, interact, and build a relationship. Insurance providers have to understand not only how to best help the customers with their needs, the insurance marketing and communication strategies of the past no longer work because insurance customers have changed. As digitally enabling technologies empower and connect customers more easily with businesses and with each other, a one size fits all marketing and communication strategy no longer works. In fact, uh, it is very competitive, and also uh, we used to have an organization centered economy, and now we have to be individual centered economy. Today's customers are using a variety of web based interactions to talk to insurers. One way customers have changed, uh, understanding customers primarily and understanding their needs has become a challenge. So we have different customers, and their needs are also different. Customers want response and immediate service. They want fast processing of claims. Customers want expert advice, expert counseling. Customers want mm, offers that are relevant to them. Customers want to trust their insurers. Customers want price transparency. For any business, customers are the greatest asset. Customer retention is an important strategy to increase profits. Customers are important for the business for various reasons. An organization without customer, it cannot exist. Every organization is dependent upon the customer. Every organization's purpose is to fulfill the needs of the customers. Customers make it possible to achieve business aims. Satisfied customers are more likely to become good customers, and they bring more customers. In turn, they will enhance brand reputation. So, the company's survival, profitability, growth, uh, consumer needs play a very important role, and it is the organization has to see that the needs of the customer are fulfilled. Customer satisfaction, customer behavior when claim occurs. Customer satisfaction is a marketing term that measures how products or services supplied by a company meet or surpass a customer's expectation. Customer satisfaction is important because it provides marketers and business owners with a uh, um, need that can use to manage and improve their business. Just like it's a metric which helps to improve the business. The degree of satisfaction provided by the goods or services of a company as measured by the number of repeat customers. According to Kotler, customer satisfaction is nothing but the product matches the expectations, customer is satisfied. If it exceeds them, the consumer is highly satisfied. If it falls short, the consumer is dissatisfied. Satisfying the requirements of the insurance customer can be a daunting task as insurers face a number of complexities. The insurance customer is not one but many types of stakeholders, including agents, brokers, policyholders, claimants, beneficiaries, and others, who all have unique relationships with the company. Responsibility for selling to and servicing these various consumer pools is divided among divisions and departments, as is the development, distribution, and administration of products. Regulations do change frequently, and the channels through which customers want to interact are growing. According to Forrester research, customers rarely rely on one channel when buying financial products. Instead, use multiple points in a single customer journey. They might search the internet, phone a call center to ask questions, inquire with the old customers, start filling out an online application, and ultimately talk to an intermediary. According to World Insurance Report 2013, customers still have a strong preference for physical networks when it comes to gaining trust in their insurer. Customer behavior when claim occurs. At the time of maturity of life insurance policy, insured by that time will be ready with all evaluation in terms of alternative returns, may be satisfied or dissatisfied with the proceeds. Many classes of insurance like motor, fire, project, risk, health, etc. are to be essentially bought by the customer in view of the legal requirements under various laws. Customer satisfaction is important for the organization for the following reasons. It leads indicator of consumer repurchase intentions. It's a point of differentiation. It reduces customer churn, it increases customer lifetime value, it reduces negative word of mouth, it's cheaper to retain customers than acquire new ones. Leading indicator of consumer repurchase intentions and loyalty. Customer satisfaction is the best indicator of how likely a customer will make a purchase in the future. Asking customers to rate their satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 10 is a good way to see if they will become repeat customers or even advocates. Any customer that gives you a rating of 7 and above can be considered satisfied, and you can safely expect them to come back and make a repeat purchase. Customers who give you a rating of 9 to 10 are potential customer advocates who you can leverage to become evangelists for company. Point of differentiation. In a competitive marketplace where business compete for customers, customer satisfaction is seen as a key differentiator. Businesses who succeed in these cutthroat environments are the ones that make consumer satisfaction a key element. Companies who offer amazing customer experiences create environments where satisfaction is high and customer advocates are plenty. It reduces customer churn. Customer satisfaction is the metric you can use to reduce customer churn. By measuring and tracking customer satisfaction, a company can put new processes in place to increase the overall quality of customer service. It increases customer lifetime value. Satisfaction plays a significant role in how much revenue a customer generates for business. A totally satisfied customer contributes 14 times more revenue than a somewhat dissatisfied customer. It reduces negative word of mouth. Customer satisfaction is directly linked to revenue and repeat purchases. What often gets forgotten is how customer satisfaction negatively impacts business. Researchers say dissatisfied customer will tell over 20 people about his experience. It's another thing completely to lose 20 customers because of some bad word of mouth. To eliminate bad word of mouth, a company need to measure customer satisfaction on an ongoing basis. Tracking changes in satisfaction will help insurance company to identify customers are actually happy with the product. It's cheaper to retain customers than acquire new ones. This is probably the most publicized customer satisfaction. It costs 6 to 7 times more to acquire new customers than to retain the existing customers. Customer satisfaction plays an important role in the business. Not only it leading indicator to measure customer loyalty, identify unhappy customers, reduce churn, and increase revenue. It is also a key point of differentiation that helps company to attract new customers in competitive business environments. Importance of ethical behavior. Ethics refers to the value framework. Ethical behavior is characterized by honesty, fairness, and equity in interpersonal, professional, and academic relationships. and in research and scholarly activities. Ethical behavior tends to be good for business and involves demonstrating respect for key moral principles. Ethics are meant to analyze problems that come up in a day to day course of activity. Ethics also apply to individuals who work in organizations. Ethics tries to create a sense of right and wrong in the organization, and often when the law fails, it is the ethics that may stop organization from harming the society or environment. Ethics are important because satisfying basic human needs, creating credibility, um, improving decision making, long term gains, securing the society. Being fair, honest, and ethical is one of the basic human needs. An organization that is believed to be driven by moral values like good corporate governance and social responsibility is respected in the society. An organization driven by values is revered by its employees. A man's destiny is the sum total of all the decisions he or she takes in course of his life. Decisions are the driven values. An organization that does not value competition will be fierce in its operations, aiming to wipe out its competitors, establish a monopoly in the market. Organizations guided by ethics and values are profitable in long run. Often ethics succeed law in safeguarding the society. Ethical behavior in insurance can be as simple as follows. We have to disclose the data, we have to assess the individuals, regular review, and regulations. One of the major problems in the insurance industry is the insurer should give full details to the insurer while entering into the contract to get monetary benefits. They may hide few things which may be against the insurance rules. Assessment by judging people on their individual merits, records, and history. Insurance providers can offer coverage to their customers on an individual basis. Regular review. Years of good behavior are often rewarded with better rates, and this is a process that can be spread more widely. The fine print. Hiding things in the fine print may be legal, but it's questionably ethical. The insurance industry is often guilty of many examples of this, such as increasing the annual renewal cost of the first year or being very specific about what does and does not come under the excess. Various medical procedures are considered cosmetic or unnecessary depending on where you live. So, how do you know your insurance provider will cover a specific operation or procedure? Regulations. Many insurance companies are starting to drift with the current flow towards ethical consciousness. There is still a long way to go and a lot of room for improvement. Increased awareness toward ethical practices must take firm roots in the industry, and only then will insurance companies will be fully viewed in ethical lights. Thank you very much.